They even want to regulate condoms, Vaush, fucking condoms. Yeah, no, they do. It all comes back down to sexual insecurity. The ability to not get pregnant, any kind of contraception, whether that be condoms, birth control, all of these things make women more free. Women, most women, are saddled with a pretty nasty biological restriction, which is when they get cum in them, which happens a lot of the time to a lot of people. It's been known to happen, folks. And, you know, a lot of people, they enjoy it too. That's the crazy thing. When they get cum in them, sometimes it can saddle them for 9 months with something that'll like cost them the rest of their life. Nothing wrong with the miracle of childbirth, just saying you should be ready for it, you know? The less contraceptive access women have, the more vulnerable they are to their entire life being built around unplanned child rearing. They want to make it, you know, you can't prevent the pregnancy, and if you're pregnant, it's illegal to get rid of it, and then you're on the hook for raising them for 18 years, and you have no support from the state as you do so. They don't want to make life easy for women. The reason they don't want to make life easy for women is because the harder life is for women in this specific respect, the more dependent they are on men. Women, if they're expected to be child rearers, can't work. They can't really work late into pregnancy, and it's pretty difficult to work while also taking care of a kid. You need a husband to make the money, and they want the husband making that money because that makes women objectively economically subservient to men. It's it. It's just about power. There's a reason women used to not be able to own their own bank accounts, you know? It's just, this is basically the return to tradition version of state-mandated girlfriends. This is the reason why men don't like things like contraception. I don't mean all men, of course. I mean men as a kind of conservative incel block. They don't like things like contraception. They hate things like single moms. They hate things like abortions, because all of them are components of a system in which women have, for the most part, equal autonomy to men. Not exactly equal. We haven't quite reached that utopia yet, but more or less equal. If contraception was truly freely available, then yeah, it might really be equal, at least in some respects. But it's not. And they want to make it even less equal because that makes women dependent on men. And that means that men can continue to be domestic abusers, rapists, pedophiles who groom their kids, you know, monsters of all kinds, and still have a wife. It used to be a lot easier to get a wife, folks, because the women were told, like, hey, you literally don't, you're going to be like a spinster at 26 if you're unmarried. You want to get married early because otherwise, how the fuck are you supposed to pay for anything? You can't get high-paying work as a woman. Are you kidding me? That's the trad wife dream. Ask Lauren Southern how it worked out for her, by the way. She wrote an article about that. You know, you'd think Lauren Southern, big advocate for the traditional role of the woman. How's she doing? Not well. I'll save you the video watch, but you should still watch that video of mine. They also want to ban divorce? Yeah, for the same reason. It's all about sexual insecurity.